Hello. We are going live. We're going to wait for a couple people to hop on. But if you are new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, click like, and we're going to wait for just like 30 seconds before we get started. You don't know who I am. I'm Jenna Quinter. I am your chief self-made babe, here to inspire you to step into your future self. Today, we are going to be having the most beautiful boss babe, hair empire builder, Joanna Leura. She is
Hello, everyone.
Glam Studios, and today we're going to be talking about how to open your first salon. And if you're already a hairstylist and you want to learn how to work for yourself and leave the maybe the spa that you're working at, you want to go into a salon suite, we're going to talk to you about how you can get started there. So okay, looks like we got some people that followed us right now. They are watching. So go ahead and type where you're located, where you're from, who you are. And if you're watching this live, hashtag live. And if you're watching this replay, hashtag replay. I want to know who you are so that way I can keep my tabs on myself, my babes. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to JQHQ, Joanna. I'm so excited that you're here. You're beautiful. I love everything that you're doing. You're such a boss babe, rock star, entrepreneur. For those of you who don't know who Joanna is, she is the owner of Glam Studios in Gilbert, Arizona. She is a licensed cosmetologist since 2008, and she graduated from Tony Guy. She has also provided over 67 salon suite studios to female entrepreneurs in the beauty industry. So she has big dreams, big goals. She's accomplishing lots of things. And she's here with us today to answer any questions that you might have. So without further ado, welcome, Joanna.
Thank you. I do have a few males inside Glam Studios too. They're great. They're
Oh, I love
fabulous.
that. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, that's that unbiased that's that I forget what it's I'm pregnancy brain right now, but sorry
That's
guys.
okay. I know
I love you
usually
guys out there.
usually everyone that's in the beauty industry, it's mostly females. Probably 90%, 95% are females, and then there's that 5% of males that are pretty creative too.
That
So
killing it. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. I actually talked to a hairstylist the other day, a male guy, and he's killer with blondes. Like he's amazing artist. So shout out to the guys out there in the beauty industry.
Yep.
So Joanna, oh my gosh, thank you so much for joining. I'm so excited you're here. I know it's about 6 o'clock, 6:10 time. It's about 8:10 here on the East Coast. And I want to know, like, okay, so you got into the beauty industry. How did you do that? How are you inspired? What's your story?
Well,
What makes you a
guess
self-made boss babe?
yeah. So I guess I always was in the beauty. I always loved the beauty since I was a little girl. I didn't know I wanted to be a hairstylist. So I always just kind of did it to like my aunts and my cousins. I always did their hair. I did their nails. I did pedicures. And even in high school, I would cut bangs in the bathroom. I would do my girlfriend's eyebrows and I would do coloring in the bathroom. It never really crossed my mind. I wanted to be a hairstylist until I moved here to Arizona. I'm originally from San Diego. So when I moved here, a friend of mine told me to go with her to Tony and Guy's school to get her hair done. So I had no idea what Tony and Guy was at the time. So I was like, sure, yeah, I'll go with you. And then once I went in there and I saw the young kids, like close to my age in their 18, 20s, that's when I was like, oh my God, I want to do hair. So I went back home that day and I told my mom, I think I want to do hair. And she was like, well, duh, I could have told you that. And I was like, why didn't you tell me that? And she's like, I don't want to tell my daughters what to do with their career path. And I was like, okay, well, I want to go there. So I went to Tony and Guy, I graduated, and then from there, I started being an assistant. And I was an assistant for about 2 years. And then I felt really confident after that. I was like, I am ready to do this on my own. So, well, not really on my own, but to like be a hairstylist. So then I got a job at a salon and it was commission based. So that's usually how most hairstylists start. You don't have a clientele, so you got to start somewhere. And usually, salons that are commission based, they'll provide clients to you. They'll book the appointments. They'll get the clients. They'll buy the products. They'll kind of just do everything, and you just show up and do some beautiful hair, and then you get to go home. So I did that probably for 4 years. So when I was like 24, I went to another salon. I felt like I needed some more to make more money. I felt like I wasn't really growing at that salon. So I started looking around to see like, other salons that would charge more. So then I went to another salon. Most of my clients followed me, which was really
That's
nice.
awesome.
Yeah, in the commission world, you're actually not allowed to give your personal information to clients.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yes,
Because
yes,
the
because
salon wants to keep it.
right, you're stealing their clients that they provided to you.
I see.
So if you're usually planning on leaving, you kind of have to not say anything, because if they find out that you're planning on leaving, they usually just tell you, well, you should just go now.
Wow.
So I was trying to plan things right. I knew how it was. So I started giving little notes to my clients. I would be like, here's a magazine. And then I would like I wrote a paragraph and I even cut them all in pieces and I give them to all my clients with like my phone number and a little paragraph of like, hey, I'm moving. You can follow me.
Yeah.
So most of them followed me. So then I went to another salon and I started making more money. And then I was there for like a year. And that's when I was like, okay, I need to grow more. Like, I'm happy. I have a good clientele, but I don't want to just be here. I need more. So that's when I started. And my goal always was to rent my own booth. That was at the time. When I was an assistant, I assisted a hairstylist that rented her own booth, and it was a rental salon. So it was
Hmm.
like rental booth. So everybody that was there was renting their booth. So I admired everyone. I was like, oh my gosh, that's what I want to do one day. I want to like have my own books. I want to have my own clients and take all that money home and not give anybody a percentage. So that was my goal always. So when I reached that point where I was like, okay, I have a good amount of clients, but I still need more, right? So then I
Hmm.
started shopping around. I started looking at salons that had either booth rental, but I wanted more of a studio. So then here in Gilbert at the time, there wasn't a lot of salon suites like for studios. The ones that were available weren't really my style. And the ones that were booked were my style, right? Of course. But so there was nothing available at the time. So I put my name on the waiting list on a few places. And then in the meantime, I rented a booth. And I was doing it part-time. I did have another job at the time as well. I did medical billing.
Oh, yeah.
And
I remember. I remember that.
yeah, so I did medical billing and then I did hair on the side as well. So then I did it part-time, and a year went by being in that salon booth rental and nobody called me in that year period to get my own suite. So
Wow.
that's when I started thinking again,
Yeah.
where am I going to go? I want my own suite. So, and nobody was calling me, so I was like, okay, I don't want to like, it was a beautiful salon and I am actually really good friends with the owners of that salon. It was my first place where I went independent as a salon owner, I
Hmm.
mean, it was a booth rental, but you're still your own your
Boss.
own like business boss. Like
Mhm.
nobody tells you what time to come in. You make your own books. You buy your products. You provide services. No one is really telling you what to do, or you don't have to ask permission for nothing. You're on your own. But I did want a salon suite, so that's when it all started. So I started looking at my options to see if it's something that I could do. So I started, I did have, my business when I went independent for a year at that point. So I did get some credit cards. I did get some loans,
Mhm.
and I've saved a lot of money. I'm just a saver. I spend money here and there, but at the same time, I make sure that I have a little cushion. So then I just went for it. I started looking into locations and started, kind of testing the waters, how much things were like square footage for a building, how much it would cost. Because I
That's
didn't know. I had no
amazing.
idea. It was just me kind of going out there and figuring it out myself. So I found a place that I fell in love with. I submitted an offer. I didn't hear for like 2 months at all. So I didn't think it was going
Wow.
to go through. And I saw a lot of locations and I didn't like any of them but that spot. So they eventually called me and it went through, and I started small. It was in 2017. I was 26, and I started with 16 studios first. Was it
Still,
19? No,
that's
it was 16. It
amazing.
was 16. Yeah, I started with 16 studios because I didn't know what I was doing, you
Didn't
know?
you like get the building and then do a whole gut of the building and built it up inside, or was it already built up for you?
No, so it was gray shell. So what gray shell means is it's a building no one's ever leased it before. So it was
Wow.
vacant. So I was actually the first tenant in there.
Wow.
So that's what they call the gray shell. It's when it's literally just the shell of the building and nothing's ever been in there. So no electricity, no foundation, no plumbing, nothing. Just wood walls
I'm
on the
getting
side.
goosebumps. Like that's really freaking brave of you.
It was because I didn't know what I was doing other than my own experience working at
Yeah.
salons. So when I got together with the architect, we came up with a lot of different designs, and it was a little overwhelming. I lost my sleep a lot of nights. I
No.
woke up in the middle of the night thinking, "Oh my gosh, what am I doing?" Of course, you're gonna have fear, and that's just part of it. But I believe that fear doesn't come from good. I am very spiritual, so God gives you opportunities. He puts them in front of you, and you can go for it. And there's always going to be fear, but God doesn't want you to fear. You got to
Right.
have faith, be confident in yourself, and if there's an opportunity, take it. And if you fail, you learn from it. It's fine. You don't die from failing, so you just learn from it. You become a better person, become more mature. So I just went for it. I was like, I'm just gonna take this little opportunity that God is presenting to me. So I did it, and it went really well, thankfully. And I booked up the place in like, I think it was like 9 months.
That's
Um,
impressive.
yeah,
Um, I'll have some. I want you to keep talking, but I'll have some
yeah,
questions about
yeah. Go for it.
marketing in a little bit. So you booked it out in 9 months, and then
Yes.
and that was for the 16 studios.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And they didn't all come to me on their own. I did a lot of reaching out to people. What do they call it when you look for people? I can't think of
Networking.
you. No, I can't think of the word right now, but I found everybody. I did my work. Nobody told me how to do it. I figured it out. So I found a lot of the tenants. I was offering months free since I was a new business.
Oh
um
yeah, I remember.
yeah, I offered 2 months free as move-in special. And then in 9 months, I booked up the 16 studios. And then there was more people, more stylists, more in the beauty industry that wanted a studio there. And people just loved the Glam Studios. It was new. It was done by a woman. that loves fashion and loves decorating. So I have
It's
that
beautiful.
feminine touch, So it booked up, and then I had a waiting list. And one day because I took almost half of the building that I have now. So it's a 7,500 square feet building. And I took like 2,500 square feet the first time. So not
Mhm.
even half, it was less than half. So there was still over 4,000 square feet left in the building. So then I started thinking, what if I take over the whole building?
Wow.
I mean, I think I was just being crazy, right? I'm like, no. I was like, no, you're crazy. You're crazy. But then I kept having that waiting list. It was getting longer and longer and longer, and nobody was leaving. Everybody was happy to be in Glam Studios. Everything was new, and I take care of my people, my tenants. So yeah, then I decided to go for the other salon, the other rest of the building. Um, so that was a year later. So in 2017, I did 16, 2018, I did 19. And then in 2020, I did 32 more studios. So
Wow.
yeah, so now I have 67.
Go big or go home. Do you have plans to expand to other states or even open up other locations within Arizona?
I would love to. That's my dream. But you gotta take a little bit of also some time. I've worked so hard the last 5 years that I've been in business. So I did apply to I of course I can't think of the words now.
It's okay.
Uh
You can blame it on me. I pregnancy brain. I got
I don't have an
early
excuse.
here.
So cute. Um oh my gosh, I can't think of the word to oh my gosh. Anyways, I am looking into opening more actually. I did submit an offer recently to another location
Wow.
in Chandler, but haven't heard back, haven't heard anything. So we'll see what happens. But I do want to open more locations.
That's you go, girl. It's so inspirational hearing your story.
Mhm.
One of my questions for a few of my questions now are um, so you were telling us about how you approached marketing when you were working at like a spa salon. Like you didn't own the booth. Basically, you put like your information in a magazine and handed it over to the clients. What like how did you? What were other ways that you approached marketing when you were strapped for cash?
At the time, Instagram wasn't as big as it is now. So now I would highly recommend new stylists that are, new to the hair world or anything, facials, nails, like show off your talent, whatever anything that you do, get that ring light, the big ring light that makes all the colors come out really pretty.
Yes,
Yes, get a good
I
like
have
a
this
photo.
little one
Yeah,
right
yes,
here.
that one. Uh-huh.
That's a
And
baby one. I got the big ones too, but
yeah, so at the time that wasn't a thing. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. I didn't do any of that when I did do that a little bit. I don't do it anymore, but in the very beginning, like when I was like 21, 22, I didn't Instagram wasn't the way to go for
yeah.
clients. It wasn't. Now it is. My assistant, actually, I have an assistant, and I mean, I so many people post pictures and then they do the hashtags. Like if you live in Gilbert, you can say Gilbert hair,
Mhm.
hashtag Arizona hair, hashtag cosmetologist, hashtag hairstylist. And people actually look for people for stylists like that. I've gotten a few clients that found me on Instagram because of the hashtags. So
That's
that's a great way to
great.
market.
Yeah, I heard
Hmm.
with reels are real big now too. Like Instagram is really like pushing video content and reels as well, apparently. So that's
Oh
so,
yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
that's what I've heard. And I know you have a lot of people that are independent and they rent from you, so they're their own boss. But do you coach them in any way when they first sign up to rent a salon suite from you?
If they ask me, I do, of course. I'll try to help you as much as I can. In order to get a salon studio, you are considered your own salon. So
Hmm.
you are truly independent. I'm nobody's boss. I'm pretty much just the landlord that collects rent. But I also have a salon of my own to do hair inside of Glam Studios. So I'm almost like my own tenant in my
Within your own
building. Yeah.
building. That's
But
cool.
yeah, I do have a lot of my tenants that will ask me, "Hey, so like, how did you get started? Like, I'm just starting my clientele. How do you get clients?" So I do try to help. Also I get a lot of phone calls daily. My phone never stops ringing, actually. And sometimes I'll have people that call in and say, "Hey, I want to get my hair done." And we're not like the typical salon that you can walk in to get a haircut, because usually when my tenants are there, they're with the client, and if they're
Right.
not there, they're home. So usually I'll refer the clients to stylists that I know that are looking to still expand their business. So
That's
I
awesome.
help them that way too. And then I just, of course, guide them. Like when they first get a suite, I'll tell them you have to get a business name, like an LLC or a trade name. That's the first thing you got to do. See if anybody else has the business name that you want in online. You can apply for it. It does take a few weeks, or you can hire someone to do it, like a CPA or an attorney. They're usually a little quicker than, I don't know if they have like a hookup or what, but they get it like approved right away. Where mine
Yeah.
took like 6 weeks. I was like, what am I doing wrong? And then it came back when I first was doing it. You don't know what you're doing. You learn by making mistakes.
Yeah.
So mine did get returned. Apparently, I didn't like file it correctly, and then I have to wait another 2 weeks to get it approved. But so you need to get that, the LLC or trade name. And then after that, if you're a cosmetologist, you do have to go with the State Board of Cosmetology and apply for a salon license. And then you get a business license with the city of Gilbert, whatever city you're working in. And then liability insurance. Every business needs to have liability insurance.
I
And that's
love
about it. Hmm.
That's super helpful for any of those hairstylists or anybody in the beauty industry. So I think you have med spa clients in there. You have
Hmm.
brow artists, massage therapists. So this is really good information for anybody that wants to potentially get into getting their own studio suite. These are great things to know. What kind of platform do you recommend people um, use to book for their clients, or do you have any of your favorite software companies that you've used in order to book, like
Fine.
schedule your booking and everything?
Yes. Well, there's a lot of them. So the one I use is Vigaro.
Okay,
So
Regaro.
yeah,
Okay.
that one is $35 a month. That one's a really good one. There's Schedule Lista. I know that Square offers one too now.
Yeah, they do have a good one too.
Yes. There's quite a few, but I personally use Vigaro. I used to use style seats.
Yep, I remember that. Don't they give they can give you even a website too or something?
Yeah, so I started using style seat when I first like did it on my own, when I started renting a booth, and at the time it was free, so it's great.
Yeah.
But then they started raising their prices to like, 10, 15, 20, 30. And then they started charging $1 for every client that wanted to book online. So I was like, yeah, no, I don't like that anymore.
Yeah,
So I went with Vigaro, and it's just a $35 fee a month.
that's cool. That's
Hmm.
awesome. That's super helpful. So, um, basically with other men or women that want to build their network in the beauty industry, but they don't know anyone, where should they start? Should they start at the from ground zero and try to build their business by renting a studio suite or should they start in a salon where they have a boss? What do you
Right. It depends on, I think, different personalities. So for me at the time, the booth rental wasn't really as big as it is nowadays. I feel like now it's kind of like the way everybody wants to go. If you don't want to get your own salon, there's a lot of my tenants that will sublease. And what sublease means is that the days that you're not using your studio, so if you work 5 days a week, but you're not using it Sunday and Monday, you can find somebody who's just getting started on the business and wants
That's
to work
cool.
2 days a week. So they'll use Sunday and Monday to come and sublease or rent the studio. So that's a good way to get started if you're scared to like get your own studio, because of course it is scary.
With the overhead and the
It's
rent.
scary. It's
Yeah.
the unknown. Like, what if I can't pay the bills, right? I mean, I was scared when I went and rented a booth. And at the time, I was paying $420 part time to
Wow.
rent it. And that was scary, right? That's why I got Style Seat, that it was free, because I was like, oh my gosh, no, like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. And then going to buy all the color and getting the capes and the towels and just everything, products. I mean, you end up spending a little bit. So all that is scary, because it's the first time. I was proud of myself, of course, and my mom and my dad, my family were proud of me, and I was 25 at the time when I rented my own booth. So it was scary, but then my first month I was like, "Oh my gosh, of course I can afford $400 or 420, whatever it was." Um so so yeah, renting part time is the way to go, or a few days. I know that some of my tenants, for example, if the rent is $1,000 a month, and they, let's say they have someone subleasing Sunday and Monday, and they're charging them $45 a day.
Hmm.
If you do two colors, I mean, even just a root touch
Yeah.
up could be from like 70 to 100, whatever you want to charge a client, plus tip. And then if you have two of those clients a day, you already made maybe 200, 250 with tip, and you only have to pay $45 a day to be there.
Right.
So,
And I know that like when you calculate how to make six figures a year, on average you got to make about 200, $250 a day. So yeah, if they could do the coloring, then it could be very lucrative, and they just have to budget it out right. And I guess
mhm.
pick on the right amount of clients, right?
Right. Yes. Even my sister, she was working from home. She's actually the one who gave me the job as a medical biller.
Hmm.
And then when I went on my own, one of my old tenants, she does waxing and microblading. And that girl was doing like a brow wax every 15 minutes. I mean, she had people come in and out all day. And even she would do Brazilians, everything. She did it all.
Wow.
And she probably had like 30 clients a day, and 15 for a 15-minute appointment, she would charge, let's say, $30 to do an eyebrow wax, and then plus a tip, maybe $5, $6 a tip. So she was making $35 in 15 minutes.
That's
Imagine how many clients she had a day. So when I started seeing how she was doing it, I was like, excuse me, I told my sister, I was like, oh my gosh, you should like look into it. Like,
yeah,
or microblading. She's charging $400 to do eyebrows. And, I mean, you can afford it. You can do it. Like, you get a suite. And if things don't work out, you can leave. Obviously, I'm not going to
right.
like tell you signed an agreement, you got to stay. So she's actually also working in Glam Studios, and she's killing it. She's doing
Amazing.
eyebrows, and she does the tooth gems.
Oh
Um,
yeah, that's real popular now too.
yeah, they're really cute. I had them too, but I think I ate them.
Ah,
But
um,
yeah, she's in there. She's doing really good. Now my other sister's in there too. She's going to nursing school, so she got a certification. She went to Vegas to do to know how to do like the vampire facials, the
oh
PRP,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I've heard of
where
that.
they draw blood, because she knows how
Hmm.
to draw blood now. And then she'll like spin it in a machine and get this gold liquid up from like your blood, and then
Wow.
she like micro needles your face, and then that liquid puts it over like your raw skin, like it's
Uh-huh.
kind of open. So it like makes collagen again. It's really cool. But anyways, there's so many things in the beauty industry. I mean, I have a girl who does piercings in the salon.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
can have like a tattoo artist,
Tattoo
the
artist.
the
Hmm.
Botox people, they oh my gosh, they probably make a buttload with
I know.
every 15 minutes of injections. So that's a really
I
good
know.
industry to get into too. Wow.
Seriously.
Um yeah, so okay, so we went over how somebody could use we went over some of the marketing. Um how do you I want to think. Let me see what I want to ask. Um, okay. So how do you choose like the products that you're going to use? And then for somebody just starting out, how did you bootstrap your business? Like how did you pay for everything? You said you took out some credit cards and loans. What do you recommend for men and women who are starting out with, essentially from
Yes.
ground zero?
Well, I have definitely changed a few brands over the last few years. With coloring hair, I started with Redken, and then I went to Goldwell. There's just so much out there. You really got to just play with different brands.
Hmm.
Um, I'm part of a Facebook group chat where it's meant for in the beauty industry people, and people will talk about products and colors and questions. So I kind of use a lot of stuff, but we also have reps that walk into the suites, and they always bring samples. I love
Oh,
samples.
me
I'm
too.
like, oh,
I
give me,
know.
give
I'm
me, give
like,
me, give me. Yes, and I love trying them on myself. Like, oh, there's a deep conditioning treatment. Okay, my hair needs it. I'm gonna get
yeah,
it. So that's, I guess, how if something is good. So I always try it on myself, and if I love it, my clients will love
that's
it.
amazing. I love that you also are still doing your passion, like you're still doing hair
Yes.
within your own salon. You're not just being a beauty real estate mogul. You are still in doing your passion. So, the next thing I want to ask is, let me see here. Okay. Okay. With all the success that you've acquired over time, um, what's the best thing that you've been able to either buy yourself or do for yourself?
Good one. I love to travel. So, and I want to keep traveling. I want to travel the world. So, to me, that's what brings me joy. And then I just relax. It's so nice to just relax. I still work when I leave because I have so many tenants, and something always breaks. I mean, how many times does something break in your house? Like,
All
seriously, all the time. So there's a lot of traffic in the salon going in and out all the time. So maybe the bathroom stall, it's clogged. So it's like, hey, Joanna, like the bathroom stall is broken. Can you come fix it? So here comes Joanna with the plunger, like going to clean the bathroom. But if I'm out of town, thankfully I have family. So if I'm not out of town with the family, then they help me. If I'm out of town with the family, I have wonderful contractors. They have my back. So if anything
That's great.
breaks, they're helping me out. So I would say traveling is my favorite thing to do. Um, what girl doesn't like to shop, right?
Yeah.
So I love shopping, but I haven't done it in a while. Actually, well, now I'm doing it since I'm like taking a little bit of time to like enjoy my success. But for the longest time, I wasn't. I just was saving because I was opening so many. I was opening one year after another salon, so I was pretty stingy there for a minute. I didn't even want to go out to eat. I was like, no, I don't need to go out. I can just have a quesadilla at home. It's fine. So I did a
Amazing.
lot of that and I didn't buy myself a lot of things. But now I'm taking a little bit of a break and here and there, I like to spoil myself to go shopping. Yeah.
What's like
But
what's the best thing that you've got for yourself that you love? Like you're like, I this is what I worked hard for. What was something that you spoiled yourself with?
um, I
Like
like
if you wrote it down or before you could afford it and then you were able to get it.
I don't know. I love remodeling my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot
So
of people don't know this, but you and I were roommates at one point.
yeah, yeah, yeah. When we were 21.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you were my landlord. So, girl, you were already hustling.
It was you and Lindsay, the
Yeah,
three of us.
it was
Yeah,
awesome. And
yeah. And
you were
you know
already,
how the house looked?
yeah, it was still beautiful, but what I can tell is it's amazing. You're at your house right now, right?
Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
kitchen back there.
it's so beautiful. I love it. So
Thank you.
that's definitely an upgrade. That's amazing that you've been able to like make your dream come to life.
Yes, and I'm still remodeling. I'm actually right now remodeling my bathroom. I told my contractor, I was like, I gotta be on video in 10 minutes. Can you like not make any noise? Like, don't be drilling anything.
Oh,
So
well, and then I have one other question.
yeah.
So, what that we know about the best things that you like to do for that you've done for yourself. What's something that has been rewarding for you to be able to do for other people since you've been able to accomplish some of your dreams?
Yes. Well, I'm definitely a giver. I like to buy things for people when I can. If I am out and about and I see something that maybe my mom or my sisters will like, then I like to spoil my family. Mostly my family, I like to spoil. But I guess like even today I bought some furniture for the salon. There were some couches that I never really was a fan of.
Uh-huh.
So I just put some couches, some chairs in the salon, and
Oh, that's nice.
I had a few tenants who were like, "Oh, new chairs!"
Yeah.
So to me, I'm like, "Yay! I'm making somebody happy with these new couches, these new chairs." So I don't know. Again, I feel like I just finally started, like within the last like 2 3 months. I've been able to like actually enjoy a little bit of my success. So I've been definitely working my booty off trying to be successful. So I didn't really get to enjoy
Yeah.
the perks of being a successful business owner because I was
Going and you're in it. Yeah.
investing. And now I finally get to like sit back a little bit and just kind of enjoy the no stress of opening a salon. But then here I am wanting to open another one. But I don't know. I
So
just,
I remember during the pandemic, COVID times, didn't you? I thought that you did something really nice for your clients. I think you gave them a break on, like, you let them delay rent for a little bit. Isn't that right? I can't remember.
yeah. So during COVID, that was really, really, really stressful,
Yeah,
for
I think that's awesome
everybody.
that you, and then like and then giving the 2 months for free of rent, like to get started. That's amazing that you've been able to do that for people.
Yeah. So what I did during COVID, you know, a lot of for myself, for my tenants, for everybody in the world, everybody was scared. It was the unknown of how long businesses were going to be shut down.
Mhm.
Here in Arizona, for my salons, we had to shut down for 6 weeks.
Mm.
Thankfully, it was just 6 weeks. It
Yeah,
was a really long 6 weeks, but it wasn't as long as other businesses, like in New York, they've had to close for months.
everything.
That's
Yeah.
so sad. So what I let my tenants do is defer their payment. So if they couldn't pay rent, then I would allow them to take that month and spread it out through their lease. So they would still have to pay it, but it would just be added to their
The
monthly
other one. Yeah.
payment. Hmm.
That's so
And
nice though, because when you're not making any money, like I remember I delayed a couple things during that time, and it really does make a difference because I was getting married that same time too.
I remember I went to go see you
I know. I love
for
that
your
you
wedding.
came out. It meant so much to me. That
It was fun. It was fun.
so
So yeah, that's what I did for my tenants, and it was really stressful too because I had just opened my second location across the parking lot. They're right across from each other in the parking lot.
Mhm.
I opened my salon, the 32 Suites, in February, and by the end of March, I think it was April actually. April, we had to. Sorry,
That's okay.
my dogs are trying to get in. They're outside.
You're
They're like,
okay.
they're like, Mom,
We'll
let
be
us
wrapping
in.
it up in a couple minutes.
What was I saying? So yeah, I just opened my salon and we had to shut down, and then I had to like defer payment. So I probably 90% of my tenants took it. And I still had to pay my rent.
Right.
Yeah. And I had just spent all my money opening this new location. So it was really stressful for me. I was like, oh my God. But thankfully, the government helped us almost all with the business loans,
Yeah.
the PPP
Absolutely.
loans,
Yeah.
thankfully. So I did apply for that, and that did help me a lot. So
That's
yes.
awesome. Well, it's just incredible what you've been able to do in such a short amount of time. And you probably, whether people tell you or not, you're definitely inspiring people out there um, all the time. You never know. Like some people will never comment on anything or ever like say anything to you, but you are building your hair empire, your real estate empire too, because you
Hmm.
are essentially a landlord too. So, do you have any plans to do any franchises with
Franchise. That was the word I was looking for. Thank you. I did apply to franchise. There you go.
Oh
So
my
yeah.
gosh.
So right now is it's processing. So it's been over a year, but COVID is making everything slow down. So it has not gone approved or denied. So hopefully
Let's see.
it will get approved and I can open some salons, suite salon suites, Glam studios all over the United
Sure.
States. I
That's
would love to.
amazing. So self-made babes, men and women, there's a new opportunity that may come about for you.
I
So
know. I can help
you
you.
know.
I can help you have a Glam Studios and
just
we can.
start where just start where you are, and you'll, as you can see and you heard from Joanna's story, like she took different steps, the baby steps, but she kept going, kept
Mhm.
persevering through her fears, despite the fears, overcame all these different obstacles, and now she's starting to be able to, the building is starting to come alive. And so I just think it's amazing that you've been able to do all that. So
Yeah.
I see, looks like people just had questions about the franchise. Um, Dana says, looking beautiful, ladies. Incredible. Thank you so much for the great info. So we had some people join in. So if people want to get their hair done by you or rent a salon suite from you, how can they get in touch?
So I don't take new clients anymore.
Okay, you are so booked out. Okay.
Yes, I'm so busy. I work 4 days behind the chair, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm also a landlord, like even today I was at the salon all day building some chairs and talking
Mhm.
to my tenants. Here's the key for this. Oh, you want me to fix your code in the door? Let me fix the door. So I'm always there. So I got to have a little bit of also time for myself. So
Yeah.
anyways, I'm not taking new clients, but I have many great hairstylists that I can refer you to that are still working on their clientele. So I can refer you to amazing hairstylists or anything that you want to get done here in Arizona. Just message, go to glamstudios.az.com, and there's a phone number on there. There's an email on there that you can email or call, and then it'll be me, the one that answers, or if I'm behind the chair, it'll be my assistant, Sophia, who answers the phone. And we can just refer you to wherever you want to go.
Perfect.
So, yeah, glamstudiosaz.com is how to contact us.
Okay, great. And then where can they follow um, you or the studio on Instagram?
Oh, yeah. So, Instagram is at Glam Studios AZ.
Okay, at Glam Studios AZ. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can share that with everybody. Okay, cool. I think I posted it. So, any last things you want to offer? Any last advice that you want to share with self-made babes that are trying to step into their future selves?
Just be confident, have faith in yourself, talk to yourself every day in the mirror, and look how beautiful you are and how strong you are. Don't let fear get in the way. You got this. Go for it. Don't be scared.
I love it. She said it there perfectly.
Yes,
So
you can do it.
awesome. I love you so much, Joanna. Thank you so
Love you
much for
too.
taking the time. I know you're super busy, but I can't wait to share this with the audience. This is definitely going to be on YouTube, so make sure you subscribe to Jenna Quinter on YouTube. It's me. And then also, I have a community on Facebook, the Self-Made Babes Jenna Quinter Network. There's about 140 amazing women inside there. So if y'all want to catch the replay there anytime, you can. Thank you so much, Joanna, for joining. And I can't wait to hear. Maybe we'll like do another video and update one day.
Yeah, I would love to. It was fun.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for the time. And self-made babes, just remember, just take one step at a time. And yeah, like Joanna was saying, don't let fear hold you back because it's not real. Like it doesn't come from a good place. So
No. Don't let evil get in the way. Have faith.
exactly. So cool. Well, that's everything for tonight. Thank y'all so much. And please like and share this with your friends and family, anybody that you know that's trying to get into the beauty industry and trying to work for themselves. If you have any questions, post the comment below and I'll make sure to answer you after the show later. So take care and have a wonderful night, Joanna.
Yes, have a good night. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.